Wichita, Kansas, a city built on order, quiet streets, trimmed lawns, churches filled every Sunday. This was a place where rules mattered and where men who followed them were trusted. Dennis Rader fit perfectly. He was a husband, a father, a church president, a man who enforced city codes and compliance. Neighbors saw responsibility, authority, reliability. What they didn't see was obsession. Rader's inner world was rigid, ritualistic, and carefully controlled. Long before he acted, he fantasized. He rehearsed. He imagined domination not as chaos, but as structure. Control was everything. He didn't want randomness. He wanted obedience.
I got this fantasy. I started working out this fantasy online. And once that person became a fantasy, I could just loop it over. I just lay in bed at night thinking about this person, the events, and how it's going to happen. And it became almost like a picture show. I want to go ahead and produce it, direct it, and go through with it, no matter what the costs were, the consequences. It was going to happen one way or another.
In the early 1970s, Rader began to test his fantasies against reality. He watched routines, timed movements, learned neighborhood rhythms. He didn't rush. He waited. When he finally acted, the city was stunned. The crime didn't fit expectations. There was no spree, no obvious suspect, just fear, quiet and confused. And then something happened that would shape everything that followed. Nothing. No arrest. No knock at his door. No suspicion. Rader went back to work, back to church, back to family dinners. And in that silence, he learned a dangerous lesson. He could do this. To Rader, this wasn't luck. It was confirmation. Proof that his mask worked, that order protected him, that respect was camouflage. He didn't feel hunted. He felt invisible, and invisibility bred confidence. He gave his urges a name: BTK, bind, torture, kill. Not as a threat, but as a signature, a way to separate his hidden self from the man everyone knew. 2 lives, 1 body, both walking the same streets. Rader had crossed the line and walked away untouched. What he didn't know was that his greatest protection would soon become his greatest weakness.